Okay, before we start, I just want to address that the background has changed, but I want to add a little bit of flavor to it. Yeah. It's really not a sports-themed podcast, but my dad kind of took over and made it sports-themed. But all right.
Wait, are you recording?
Yeah, no, everything's going. Okay. All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast. This is Uncommitted Podcast. Today, we have a very special episode. This is Connor. He's a good friend of mine, and we're going to talk about mental health. So it's going to be kind of probably another deep episode. I feel like the best place to start would be like, I have anxiety. I know Connor has anxiety, and we've talked. It's something we've like kind of bonded over recently, or not even recently. Kind of like
past couple of years.
Like past couple of years, because I remember when we went to Georgia. Remember when we went to Georgia, and it was just you and me at Chick-fil-A, and I threw up in that trash can. That's like a funny story to remember, but I actually thought I was gonna die. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude,
it's something.
the time you were at school and you called me and you were like driving home or something, or like texting me and you're like, "Yeah, dude, I just left school." I'm like, "It's like 9 a.m." You're like, "Yeah, I just went and like puked in the bathroom."
Yeah, then I went to the
hospital.
I went to the emergency room.
Like,
yeah, that was kind of. It's funny. I laugh about it, but it's like I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh my god!" But yeah, no. I've suffered from anxiety a bit in the past, but yeah, that day was crazy, dude. I went to the hospital. I was like, that was freshman year, and I convinced myself I was gonna have a heart attack, and I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I was looking on like WebMD and stuff, and I'm like, the chances are like really low, but like, you know, what if?
You have stage 5 heart cancer.
And then I went to the doctor. And I was like throwing up all over the floor. I was like freaking out, and I'm like hyperventilating. My mom's like, what the hell is going on? And in my head, it was like, the symptoms for having a heart attack were like shortness of breath and like, but I was all just from my head. Like, it was all from me just freaking out. And then eventually she was like, did like a scan, and she was like, "You're fine. Like, you're 15. What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, totally fine. But anyway, yeah, Connor and I have both like suffered from that, and we're both on the same medication, right? Zoloft. It's like sertraline, right? Isn't that the main?
I think it's like a serotonin antagonist. Or,
No, like
I don't know,
blocks something.
Or it blocks something to like release more serotonin.
Yeah, which is funny because like it's weird how it doesn't work. Like, it's weird that you can't just take like a serotonin pill. You know what I mean? It's like has to,
it's just because like there's like Lexapro too, which is
okay.
like basically like I think there's like 3 main ones. It's like Zoloft, Lexapro, and like some other thing. But like when I started talking to my therapist, he thought I might have been like bipolar.
Oh, really?
Like when I like first started talking to him, like almost like 2 years ago. And I think if you're like bipolar and you go on Lexapro, like fucks you up even more.
Oh, really?
So I think Zoloft is kind of I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's kind of the one that like most people start off on.
Yeah, no, Zoloft I think is like the most common one. I've talked to like 6 other people who've taken Zoloft, or at least at some point taken Zoloft. But yeah, it's mostly for like depression, anxiety, OCD, like those big 3, I guess. So it's supposed to help. I've been on it. I'm only on a half of a dose, like 25 milligrams for the first week.
It's like you cut the pill in half.
I cut the pill in half for the first week.
That's how I started off.
So that's where I'm at. Connor's been on it for almost a year, so we're like 2 different points with it. But I mean, have you found good results?
Oh,
from
yeah.
it, right?
Well, I was telling Dan like the other night, like the first couple of days, you kind of feel like you're like, I don't know, you feel like way better.
Yeah,
like,
I felt so good the last few days.
You feel like on top of the world, like first couple of days you're on it. It might be like kind of placebo.
Yeah,
But then like, I don't know, for me it was like the next like 2, maybe 3 weeks, I just felt like same like as I was before, and I was like, damn, is this like not gonna work? And I was looking up like side effects and everything, and it was basically just like I wasn't eating, like when my depression was like really bad, like my social anxiety and everything, I was eating like once or twice a day, and like I saw you, remember before?
At, like, fantasy
PA?
football. Remember that was was that right after you got on Zoloft?
No,
or was
that
that
was before.
That was a different medication.
And you're like, dang, you're like, dude, you've been going to the work gym.
Yeah, you look really skinny.
And I was like, nah, I'm just like really depressed, so I haven't been eating.
I know, and I was like,
you were like, oh.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Are you doing okay? You're like, not really.
Nah.
And I was like, you want to talk about it? I think you're like, nah, it's like fine.
It's good.
I was like, all right.
Nah, I just kind of like push it all aside, but like, I never like talking about my feelings or anything.
Yeah.
And then like when I started saying, I think like everyone should see a therapist.
I think so too.
It, like really doesn't hurt, but yeah, like after about a month on the Zoloft, I felt like it like keeps gradually, like my mood just keeps gradually like progressing.
Yeah.
And like I think for the past like 6 months I've been real steady, maybe even longer than that, just like
I think combined with that and like just like a healthy lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like taking steps to like get better.
I was definitely wasn't living that healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, for a while. I mean, you're definitely better now.
Salad and
Yeah.
spinach and like
Yeah.
a lot of drinks and
No,
like
yeah.
water and stuff.
Yeah, Connor, yeah, you've been someone who's like been in that kind of realm for like since we were like 15 probably.
Oh yeah.
For me it was like so foreign to me, like like weed and
Yeah.
and alcohol and stuff, but it's like now now I'm older, it's more like normalized and I understand it better. But yeah, it's kind of sad how many kids we know or like our age like abuse that stuff, and it's like it's a real thing, and it sucks that a lot most of it like a lot of not most of it a lot of it's guys and they didn't want to talk about their feelings, and then that just starts something where it's like when they're 35 40 they still have these issues and they've never addressed them, have never like talked about their feelings. So I think being open about that stuff is important. Like
that kind of helped me just like getting off my chest.
Yeah,
because like a lot of it is just like in your own head. Like I've
yeah,
always been like a crazy like overthinker. Like
yeah, same.
I literally like I'll like it was something as like simple as going to the store.
Yeah,
I would like make up scenarios in my head about like something like really bad that could happen.
yeah.
And then I'm like,
Did the same thing.
I'm not going.
You're like, well, I'm
not
safer
even
just
going.
not
I'm just
going.
gonna sit in my bed. I'm not gonna do anything.
Yeah, no, I did the same thing. Like, your mind just goes to the worst possible scenario.
Yeah, and like something like I used to have like anxiety attacks or I don't know, just like what you said.
I had a
like
few panic
heavy
attacks.
breathing.
Yeah,
And like one of them was like really bad. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even remember what I was doing. I think I was just sitting in my room.
yeah,
And like I passed out.
yeah. Jesus,
And
yeah,
like
I've never passed out.
I like fell off my like chair, my desk, and my
Jeez.
dad like came and picked me up.
That's like
Yeah, and I like woke
traumatizing.
up and I was
Jeez.
like I can't move.
That's
like, I
so
literally
weird.
can't move.
That's so weird.
And
man.
it was like
was
that's-
it like you were thinking about something that like triggered it, or was it just like you got?
I just
panicked?
like I don't even know. Like it was just I think it was like a pretty like stressful time. I think it was like it was like a couple summers ago, and it was like right after like my grandfather died.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was like just thinking about a lot of shit, and I just like was sitting there, and I just like felt my heart like racing, and it was like, and it's crazy because like it's not even like I was like doing anything.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I was literally just sitting at my desk, probably fucking
so
playing Minecraft.
Yeah, it's so weird how your mind like works. I don't know. I don't know if you saw my private story last night. I was going off about just like
I don't remember what you said, but it was like it was like
it's about like your childhood.
making. Oh yeah, and wasn't it about like making other people happy?
Yeah, like
kinda?
I was thinking about like how I find a lot of like fulfillment in reaching like a broad audience of people. That's like a reason why I wanted to do this, and also like for my YouTube and stuff. Since I was like in 7th grade, I've been doing like social media and stuff, and I found the most fulfillment from when it's like people are like, oh, this is so good, and it's like a lot of people, because I don't really you don't really get that in your day-to-day life for the most part. And I was wondering like why like I get so much fulfillment, like why I feel like it's like this is such a good thing. I don't know. It was just interesting to me, and I was sometimes I just get existential mode.
I kind of like relate to that in a sense. Like I think for me, it's more like I just like helping people. Like I just like that's part of the reason like I want to go into like physical therapy.
Yeah,
like,
right,
medical
right.
field. Like
Plus you had so many injuries and stuff.
oh yeah, and I just kind of like was around it a lot, and I just like I don't know. I feel like it'll be so rewarding to like see the whole like the person's whole recovery process through and like see them like get better. But yeah, I just like I think a big problem of mine too is like I would put like other people in front of me. Like,
I put my feelings in the back burner. Yeah,
like a lot like as long as everyone around me is happy, like I'm fine. Like as long as like even just like my family's like having a good time, like I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of
that's
didn't help a whole lot.
I kind of, for me, like I avoided how like feelings and stuff, because I'd be like, well, no, like I'll just focus on other people and try to make other people happy, thinking that would like I would be happy in that, but it's not how it works. It's not really not how it works. You got to do both, or at least you got to focus on yourself. But yeah, like the Zoloft was an interesting topic for me, because like I know so many people who have been on it, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. So far I feel fine. Like I started about a week ago. First couple of days, like you said, I felt so good. I was like, oh my God. But I don't know if it was like placebo or whatever. But now I'm kind of back to like, I feel fine. Yesterday was pretty tough. I just felt super like unmotivated. But today I felt fine. But kind of had to.
I noticed like I slept a lot more when I first started taking it.
Yeah, I sleep a lot just in general. Like I sleep so much. I don't know if it's like, sometimes I feel like I sleep too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wake up and I slept like 9.5 hours and I'm just super groggy. But I don't know. But what? Okay, I got a question. So, what made you get on Zoloft? Like, didn't you try something else first?
Yeah, so I was going to therapy for probably like maybe like almost a year.
Yeah.
Before.
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was like I think I started like September or like I don't even know, because I started it last summer.
Yeah,
like
last
summer.
2019.
So like the September before that, I started like going to a therapist because I was just kind of having like a lot of anxiety and stuff, and I want to say like 6 months in, I just like stopped going to him because I was like, hey, I feel a little better, like, you know, like I don't think I need to see him anymore. And then I was like, that was like definitely like not a good move because like, you know, even when you're like feeling good, you should still like talk to someone so you just feel good. But yeah, I stopped going to him, and then like a couple months later, I was like kind of fell back into like the same like mind space and everything, and then I started going to him, and like I want to say like 3-4 months went by, and I was like honestly like getting worse, and I was like, because like when I first started off going to him, I was like, I don't want to take medication, I don't want to like
I was
mess
super
with my
against
brain,
I was like, I don't want to mess with the chemistry.
And like my parents were really against it.
Same, my mom
too, and then like now that I'm on it, they like notice a difference. So I think they understand, but like and then about like 3-4 months later, I got on it. It was like last August, and it's been pretty good.
No, for me it was like I was worried it was gonna like mess up my brain chemistry.
Yeah, that's what.
Then I realized like, well, I don't like my brain chemistry now, so wouldn't I want to like alter it?
Like there's something a little off.
Yeah, something else. So I was like, I mean, it's worth a shot. And it's like I've heard nothing but good things about it. My doctor was like, you know, since the pandemic, we've been putting a lot of people on Zoloft because of everything, and I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like I'll do it. And like I want to get on something before I go off to or figure something out that before I go off to school, like I have something figured out because then I'll kind of be like on my own. But no, it's really
I don't know. Like right now, I don't really have like a time frame like when I'm gonna get off.
Yeah.
Because like I mean I'm feeling good now, and like you know I don't really want to like mess myself up.
Before
going to college. Right. I mean, I don't know. I think maybe like next summer I'll like reassess and maybe like gradually get off. But so I'm not using the like every now and again just like CBD. Like CBD helps a lot too. Yeah,
I have the tincture one. That one helps. That one's cool because it's like right away that like calms you down, and I definitely notice an effect from it like right away, which is pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, like I mean, it's hard because I always used to be worried about getting. I would never do like drugs or alcohol because I didn't want to get reliant on anything. It was like I want to be able to focus on it myself. And even like medication, like I used to be super anxious, and I'd be like, no, I don't want to get. Well, for a while I was like, get me on medication. My mom was like, no, you'll get reliant on it. Then I was like, well, she put that thought in my head, so I was like, okay, well maybe I will. And then I just never got on anxiety medication, which is like fine. I mean, I've definitely overcome a lot of my anxiety. It was a lot worse before, but yeah, no. Anyway, I was like, just I didn't want to get reliant on something, and then
I think like in a weird way, I think like. I mean, anxiety and like depression, it kind of like teaches you a lot about yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
yeah,
I was spending like a lot of alone time.
Yeah,
which like I've been always like fairly like independent person, but you just kind of like I don't know. You like I think being okay with like being alone.
Yeah,
is like good.
Yeah,
like, it's like good for you.
And I think so too. Yeah, like I get up. I'm always like I feel lonely a lot, even when I'm with people. Yeah, like I just feel like I just feel like alone, kind of just like I'm floating around. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like. And then I get like, oh, like, well, what's the point of anything? Yeah. And like, why am I?
Yeah, you kind of go down a deep.
You go down the rabbit hole, and it's like when you're with people, it's awkward because it's like, you know, your social battery.
You're just sitting there, and you're like,
what?
Like thinking,
what the
fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah, or again, like McDonald's, and I'm just like, what's the meaning of everything?
He's like, can you order? And you're like, oh yeah, I'll get a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah, and then it's like, it's just so weird how, you know, I don't know, it's just weird, whatever. But
no, so basically, when we were like 14 or whatever.
We went to Holland.
Yeah, we went to Holland in England to play baseball.
Yeah.
And we had this coach that was like, I don't know.
There was it was, no, like the trip was weird too. It was like 3 coaches and like 25 kids.
Know.
We had like very little.
Dude, we almost got kicked out of the hotel, remember?
Yeah,
They're like, you're going to start a fire.
Yeah, but we were like 14 and there was 4 people to a room and it was like a bunk bed and 2 beds. So we took like 3 rooms worth of mattresses, and we put them all in this one kid's room. I think the kid was like mad about it too. I forget who it was.
Wasn't it Mike's room?
No, it wasn't. Mike was in my room. It was me, Mike, Tristan, and Lucian. It was like one of the younger kids' rooms, I think.
Oh, dude, it was the kid with like no calves.
Oh yeah. It was that kid.
He had like freaking what are like meat sticks for legs? Like I don't even know.
No, I remember that, and that's so funny. And then we put all our mattresses in his room, and I remember just like they got so mad at us, the people who worked there, because they were like, "You're gonna start a fire."
I know.
Amsterdam was a crazy experience, and I want to go back, but I think it was like good for us to see that at 14. I think 14 was a good age for that because it's like like everything's legal there, which is really weird. And like, but
yeah,
it
like you
kind
go
of
outside and people are just like smoking a joint in a circle.
Yeah,
and
like
I'm like you guys are gonna get arrested.
and it's in there's like the red light district and stuff, which is like so weird to us. I feel like it's kind of weird in general, but it's like it's just funny how different it is. England was cool. England was more like here.
Dude, something that pissed me off is when we went to England. They were like, "You guys want to play in a tournament or go shopping?" And everyone's like, "I want to go shopping."
Go
and
shopping.
Buy a purse. I'm like, bro,
went to like a shopping mall in Portsmouth. I remember it was Portsmouth,
what are you,
England.
Female?
And I was like, yeah, like they were like, yeah, we could find like some teams to play over here. And I was like, yeah, I want to. It sounds fun.
I want to play some freaking Brits.
And then they were like, no, but we played from some teams from Amsterdam, and there was one team that was filthy.
Yeah, they were the national team.
The national team.
And you guys almost beat them.
And we almost beat them. I pitched that game. I remember shitting the bed. I really screwed up.
No, yeah, but about the story.
Oh, yeah,
so
we
had this coach that was, like, really ugly and fat. He was, like, a cool guy, though.
Really ugly and fat. I don't remember him being fat or ugly.
Me neither. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't even
remember what he looks like.
Yeah.
No, but, like, we had this tour guide that was a babe. Was she a babe? I think she was pretty hot.
She was, like...
I don't know.
I wouldn't say she was, like, a babe. It's like a girl his age, probably.
I think she was kind of hot.
It wasn't Mindy. It was...
I don't know.
Cassie. I don't remember.
But he was trying to like freaking lay down the hammer.
We were and it was so obvious. Too.
Yeah, no, and we were like, no, like go fuck her. and then didn't she like hit on him? And he's like, I have a girlfriend.
No, what happened was they were like super flirty with each other. God, I wish I could remember.
Oh no, he can't. He
told us he had a girlfriend, so we'd stop making fun of him.
But he didn't actually have one, did he?
No, he didn't actually. He told us that after. Remember that kid who told his mom that I was talking about his sister?
Oh my god, dude.
Here's another story. So we're on...
His sister was really hot.
Yeah, this kid, we were 14.
Was so
sister was probably like 17, 18. She was super hot. And like we found her Instagram. We're like, Colton, your sister's so hot.
People were like DMing
her. People were DMing her. The whole bus like, Colton, your sister's so hot. And he was getting really pissed off about it, which when you're 14, like if you show that emotion, you're like, I'm pissed off. Kids are just going to pounce on it. Like it's just like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't act like you're mad because kids just kept going. And like we were all kind of giving him shit, but like I really wasn't that much. But the point of the story is he told his mom, or he told our coach, I won't say it. He told our coach that it was me. It was just me. He's like, Dan was making fun of my sister and he DM'd her and I'm pissed. And I didn't do any of that. I didn't like, I probably said a few comments like everyone else and then I didn't DM her. I don't even remember. And then what happened was our coach told my mom. So the kid told his mom, the coach, and my mom texted me at like, I don't know why, like we were 6 hours ahead. So my mom texted me at like, it was like 2 a.m. our time. And she's like, what are you doing making fun of some kid's sister? And I was like, what? Like I didn't. And I was like, Colton, what the hell? And he's like, I needed someone's name. So I said your name. I was like, all right, thanks dude. Like sweet. So that was frustrating. But that whole trip was...
No, it was pretty movie. Cool. Went to like that cheese place.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
I don't really like cheese, but
I wish I could remember more from that trip. I took a lot of videos. I remember
we went on a bike ride. I remember
we were gonna go to Anne Frank's house.
Oh yeah,
and we
were
boycotted
like,
and said
we don't
no.
want to do that.
Yeah, like part of the trip, there was a pretty strict itinerary, and for the most part we followed it. But there was one we were supposed to bike downtown Amsterdam, and then go to the Anne Frank Museum, which is like the Anne Frank house, and then bike back and whatever. And we were just like, no, we don't want to do that. And the coach is like, well, it's on the itinerary. We like, you paid money for it. And we're like, we don't want to do that. We'd rather just like go back to the hotel instead of going.
We're just sitting in a freaking like pot.
What happened was we ended up going to a park, and it was like a weed park or something.
Yeah.
It was weird, and there were a bunch of
like naked people smoking weed.
Yeah,
there was just like
people were like almost naked.
There was this like freaking like Nigerian drum circle, whatever.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, that was. It was just a different vibe there. I feel like people were kind of just like more like doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Like here, I feel like people always are in everyone else's business, but there, everyone was just like, hey, we're just doing. Maybe it's just that area, but Amsterdam was cool. Oh shit! But England was all right. And then we went home, and that was that. We've gone on other trips though. We went to Georgia that one time.
Yeah, went to Georgia
when we were 15. That was for baseball too. That was a fun trip.
Dude, and then I went back the year after to Georgia and Florida.
Yeah.
For like 3 weeks, and that sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, funny story. So you know that coach who was like bald and big and had tattoos?
Maybe. I stopped playing Seacoast after that year.
Yeah, I don't know. He was such like a hard ass.
Yeah.
And like I remember, it was like. I think it was when we were in Georgia still. Yeah, it was when we were in Georgia still. He like called me into his room. Or no, he texted me. He's like, come to freaking F419 or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then I knock on the door. I open the door. He's naked except like one of those tiny. No. He's naked except for one of those like tiny little like hotel towels.
Yo,
and
what
I was
kind of
like,
story is this gonna be,
dude? Nah, I didn't get like fucked or anything. Nah, and then
was it like intentional or was he just like?
No, yeah, like he was the one who texted me to come to his room.
Was it a joke or what?
No? So I I opened the door and I'm like, "What's up, coach?" Like,
yeah,
hello. And then like one of our other coaches was sitting on the bed and he was like, "Go take a seat." I sat down. I was like, "What's up, guys?" And then he was like,
the casting couch.
Yeah. And then he was like, "So you've been enjoying this trip so far?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like,
what made you want to get into the industry?
Yeah. I'm like, nah, wrong guy. Nah, but like he was like, "So I've heard you like talking shit about my coaching and saying you want to leave," and I'm like,
whoa,
what are you talking about?
Were
dude?
you?
No.
That's weird.
I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I heard from some of the Seacoast coaches back at home. I'm like, what do you want?
Wrong
Crack,
guy,
bro?
yeah.
Like,
what?
I'm not doing
That's
that.
so weird.
And meanwhile, like, it's so awkward because I'm like, man, what if his towel just falls down right now? Like,
mid conversation.
Dude, it was so.
Getting
he was
chewed
standing
out.
like right over me with his arms crossed.
Maybe it's like an intimidation thing.
Yeah, dude, he's like a skinhead, dude. And I was like, what
weird.
the fuck? And I kept looking at
And
the
what
other.
just left? Like,
Yeah, I was like,
it wasn't me.
he was like, I'll fucking buy a plane ticket and send you home right now. And
He
I was
said
like,
that?
yeah, and I was
Damn.
like, dude, like, if you want.
That's
like,
so weird, dude.
I know.
Some coaches are so entitled and
Dude,
like
I
so
know.
like whatever. But I have a funny story. Remember when we were 15, we were at the La Quinta Hotel in Georgia, and we were doing, what was it, like manhunt or tag or something? And it was probably like 15 kids on the team. 10 to 12 of us were doing manhunt. This was like the first or second night we got there. And there was 3 kids who were not. Remember the 3
Dude,
kids?
I was one of them.
Not?
No, I was in a Verge's room.
It was
with,
Verge,
Ryan Eaton and something.
Eaton, and then
Ryan Hughes.
Ryan Hughes,
We're all
yeah.
chilling in his room, and we
Oh,
all
you were
get
part of that squad?
Yeah,
Oh, I forgot.
Not to like totally cut you off, but I like.
No, it's fine.
I was in the room with him,
Yeah.
and he texted our group chat. He's like, "Everyone, come down."
Yeah.
And he,
I forgot.
Remember,
I thought you were doing manhunt. with
remember
us.
he started yelling at me.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then I started laughing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Norton, you're always such a giggler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wasn't doing anything.
That's so funny.
And then he's
dude.
like, why? People told me that, and I was like, dude, I think I was sleeping, honestly. Like,
yeah,
I was
well,
like,
I remember, like, we were doing manhunt, and there's this. I just remember the direct quote what he said. So, not to expose you, but like, Verge, you, Hughes, and Eaton, you guys were just hitting someone's pen, right? You were just
Yeah,
like
I think
super
so.
stoned, and you guys were just chilling in the room. And then we were like 15, so like, I mean, none of us were really interested in that stuff. So we were doing fucking manhunt, and we're making kind of a loud noise. We got a noise complaint. Coach brings everybody down. It's like 10 o'clock before we had like a morning game the next day, and coach brings everybody in the lobby, and he's like, "You guys, you know," or I don't know. Yeah. He was like, "You guys are making a loud noise. We're guests here, blah blah blah." And then he's like, "Connor, Verge, and Hughes are minding their business, doing what they're supposed to do, being in bed, being respectful, while you guys are out here like causing a ruckus."
Yeah, no,
and you
that's
guys
what
are
it
just
was. That's what
stoned
it
out
was.
of your mind.
No, that's what
Yeah.
it was. No, it was the next morning he yelled at me. Remember?
Oh, was
we
it?
were
Oh,
eating,
yeah.
It was
We were
before
eating
game. We were
breakfast,
like
yeah.
eating breakfast, and he
Yeah.
like said something, and I just laughed.
Yeah.
And then like everyone else laughed, and he's like,
Yeah.
Norton, you're always giggling.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah.
like, sorry.
And he said that at practice that one time too.
Yeah.
But you were laughing that practice.
He like really got mad. It's because he like
He remember when he spilled his water?
Yeah.
He walked. He came to talk.
he was walking, and as he was walking, the water was just pouring out. And I'm like,
It was like he was walking towards the whole team. We're like in a semicircle, and he has a water bottle, and the water bottle's facing the ground, and the water's just pouring out of the bottle slowly as he's walking. And he's like, "All right, guys, this is what we're gonna do." He's like telling us the whole like what we're gonna do at practice, and we're just trying not to fucking lose it because the water's just spilling out. He's like having it facing the ground, and like I was laughing, you were laughing, but he was like, "Connor, big Mr. Giggly over there."
I was like,
He's like, you know what? I just don't get any respect from you or something. And we were just like, "Coach, like you never noticed it too." I think he probably just looked up and the bottle was empty. He's like, "Oh, I'm just drink it." Good memories with him, but yeah,
that
was a fun year. I don't know if we ever traveled other than that because we weren't on the same team until 15U. 15U was a fun year, but yeah, dude. And then freshman year we played together, and then this year we played together. This baseball season sucked. It honestly did. Like, it was so.
Yeah.
It was fun to have. I'm glad we had it, but like, I would have made so much more progress if I didn't play or something. But
dude, I wish we had a season last year because like
we would have.
Because like
yeah.
I don't know, like if I did this good like last season, you know.
Yeah,
like,
Connor, you were like you batted like 470 something or something.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
he said it. I don't know. It was like 4 something.
Yeah, Connor was really good, but no, this year was. It kind of sucked, but...
And I'm committed to play Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, Connor's committed... Dude, we gotta make an edit or something. I'll literally make an edit yeah. Connor's committed to play Club Ultimate Frisbee at University of New England, which is a phenomenal achievement. Yeah. I'm uncommitted right now, hence the name of the podcast, but I think, Remember when we did that post? It was like...
Harvard
men's mini golf 2024.
That was pretty dope.
I'll put that up right there. That was fun.
Oh yeah, do you still have that?
Yeah, I'll put the picture. I was looking at trying to find a cringy picture of you to show you or something, like something funny we could do, and then I just found that one. And I guess
you probably have a lot.
Yeah, I have a ton. My phone's right there. I'd show you, but I have it does facial recognition where it's like it puts people in like the groups. I had like 100 pictures or like videos of you, and they were just kind of weird. But like when like sometimes I'll screenshot your FaceTimes and shit when you're doing stupid stuff, like stuff like that, which is really funny. And we're back. Okay, me and Connor were just talking, and Connor reminded me of a funny story, and
I didn't even remember this, but it was like
like a suppressed memory.
Yeah, I bitch slapped this kid for like no reason at all.
And the kid who like told on me.
Yeah,
like, I told that
story. He was just sitting on his
Amsterdam.
bed.
Oh my god, I totally remember that.
Dude, he was just sitting on his bed.
It was in that room.
Yeah, dude. I came up behind him and I just fucking lit him up.
Slapped the shit out of him because he was
and I think I was just so fucking irritated with him. I just wanted to hit him.
He was a little, he's a little tattletale. And,
yeah, dude.
I'm not like a physically abusive person.
Yeah, me neither.
And neither are you. And
dude, I'm actually not.
I didn't hit him. Yeah, and Connor is probably even more peaceful than me. And like, I remember just going up to him and just slapping the fuck. He said something. He was saying he was an instigator, dude. He was
I think he was just trying to like push my buttons.
Yeah, he was like he tried to get people pissed off, and then you just slap the shit out of them,
dude. Right after that,
and everybody started laughing. And
dude, they started.
Yeah,
and then I thought it was like funny too, but then like I kind of felt bad.
Yeah,
because like
I think we ended up like apologizing to him.
Yeah, I'm like no hard
and
feelings,
made the
bro.
rest of the trip kind of awkward with him.
Yeah, well, you live, you learn.
Yeah, because it was like it started off with him just being kind of an instigator, and then he got pissed off when we like responded. We were like, oh, like your sister's hot, and then it just was a mess.
Dude, but the thing is, I remember like. I didn't even like give him a lot of shit, really.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't really remember.
I think he was talking shit about Ethan. Remember, he was like kind of bullying Ethan.
Oh yeah, he might have been. I think he. I just remember he like pissed me off really, like.
And I don't
really
think it was about you. I
think
think it was about Ethan.
It was probably yeah.
And
I think he was like. Oh, I think he was because I was rooming with him.
Yeah, and you were like mad because you were like, what the. Like,
yeah, well, he was like my friend. Yeah. For, I don't even know
how Andy's doing. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah.
Nah, dude, I just remember he was like talking mad shit about him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
dude, he was talking. He was right there. Yeah.
I was like, shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
no, okay. I remember it was warranted. Now that I think, I thought it was just out of nowhere, but like it was definitely warranted. That trip was insane. It's so weird how like when our parents were younger, they don't have like many pictures and videos of stuff and stuff. Yeah. We have everything, every single thing, pretty much.
Dude, I worked for this guy one time, and he was like, "If I had Snapchat, he's like, I'd get arrested." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
That sucks.
And then he's like, "You know what I mean?" I was like,
"I don't want to know what you mean."
All right, dude, you're like 50.
Yeah, the guys you work with seem like some characters.
No, yeah.
For me, I work with just like college kids. Like it's just college kids at Fenway, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Everyone's actually super cool, honestly. Right. Two of the people I've talked about, or one of them, I talked about Zoloft with. Like it was actually really cool. Like she was a very nice person.
Dude, one thing I think about is like, when you hear old people like they like talk about high school and like shit, and like they're like, oh, when I was in middle school, and I'm like, dude, grow up.
Yeah.
But like I'm starting to like realize like. Like
it just
I do that. Like I do that, even though I'm like, dude, remember that happened?
Yeah,
like,
I reminisce about it all the time.
I'm like, damn, I'm definitely gonna be doing that like when I'm older.
Yeah,
I don't want to be like.
No, I saw kids at the field who were going to be freshmen. There were six or seven baseball kids, and they were gonna be. One of the kids was like, "Hey, subscribe to your YouTube channel." I was like, "Oh, really? Thanks, dude." But and I was like, "Damn, these kids are gonna be freshmen, and we're just graduating." And I was like, I miss that. Like, I'm kind of jealous of them. Like, if I could go back and do freshman year over again, like...
Yeah, man, fuck high school.
I mean, fuck high school, but, like, at the same time, I'm still super nostalgic about it, which is
it's like...
funny.
Yeah, dude, some, like, crazy shit. Like, I remember one time, I got called into, like, the principal's office or whatever. Because, like, I don't know, I was, like... I think I was in the bathroom one time, and some kid got, like, caught with a freaking, like, pen or something. Yeah. And, like, called me down, and he, like, sat me down. He's like... do you know why you're here? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, dude, I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we've been hearing that, like, someone's selling pods. And I'm
like, I remember I got called down once.
Yeah, I'm like,
it was freshman year, I think.
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I'm like 14.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
I was so scared. I remember I was like, I think Tanner got caught with a jewel or something. This was when jewels were like huge.
Yeah.
And Tanner was jeweling, and remember Tanner would do the dumbest shit in physics or science class.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
He would throw Skittles at our teacher, and then he would just do the dumbest stuff. Anyway, yeah, he was like jeweling in class. She saw him, got pissed off, and then he gave the jewel to like Mike or something, and it just kind of started going around. And then so everybody in our row in that class got called to I think it was you, me, Tanner, and Mike, and we all got called to the office at separate times. I remember they called me, and I didn't have anything to do with it, but I was so nervous. And he's like, "Do you know anything about Jewel?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know. Like, I don't know." And I didn't even know who had it. I was just like so freaked out about just the prospect of like getting in trouble, and it was just like, shit. I have a lot of stories like that where it's like I just freaked out over nothing.
Yeah, dude, they freaking called they're like, you know that chick cop?
Yeah,
she
yeah.
Like came in, they were like interrogating.
Yeah,
me,
it's
kinda.
freaky.
And I'm like, dude, like,
yeah.
I literally, it's like September, like freshman year.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I remember, yeah.
When you think like a senior,
I remember Mike got like sent home that one time.
Oh yeah,
that was a big deal because he was jeweling and then he flushed it down the toilet or something.
I don't even remember.
I think he just ended up getting sent home, which is funny. Freshman year, we were so young. It's crazy, dude. Like my sister's gonna be a sophomore, and she seems so young. Like in my head, she's still like 10.
Yeah, like my sister's like going into 8th grade.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's like what?
Like, that was a while ago.
It's weird. And I like think about when she's gonna be a sophomore. So when I was gonna be a sophomore, how like I thought and how different. I feel like she's so much more mature than me, but like I thought, I don't know. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like
I made a couple TikToks.
I know. We should put one we should put one right here, right now. I'll play one of your TikToks right here.
I don't even remember what I did.
I remember them. I remember you sending them to me and be like, should I post these?
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, wait, please. I did let one, like the Adam Sandler
Yeah,
one.
you're like, all right, can you... He's like, can I have ketchup with that?
Yeah, I was like, can I have ketchup and mustard with my hot dog?
I thought those were really funny. Just random.
Dude, I just like doing stuff like that, like doing the most random shit. Like,
yeah,
I'll just post a picture of me, like... fucking like
yeah, you were like we're making mac and cheese right now, no kizzy. Your story, I saw that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Not even care because everyone people are like slide up and they're like, dude, what the fuck?
It's funny, yeah.
Like, yo, I'm just making fucking spaghetti.
I know, no, it's actually so funny.
It's just funny.
I feel like people get way too serious about like what they're putting on their Snapchat.
Dude, people are too serious about everything.
I spam the fuck out of my private story because it's funny, and I have like 50 people on it. So
really?
Like, I have a lot of people.
Yeah, dude, I don't even care. Like.
Yeah.
People should just chill out, man.
I think people should just stop caring so much.
Like, dude, like I got a mullet.
Yeah,
like everyone's like,
mullet, yeah.
everyone or like
it's
my
beautiful.
dad. He was like, oh, it looks like dumb. Like,
You're gonna
I'm like,
fun of,
dude, it's just a haircut.
Yeah, I
fucking take a chill pill, man.
Yeah, I know.
Like I think going through life, not really caring a whole lot is like, just kind of the way to go.
Because if you take it too seriously, you're just gonna like stress yourself out.
Yeah.
That's a way that I get less stressed out when I'm like, I can just do whatever I want.
Dude, I especially like need to like find time to chill out now because like I like work a lot. Like I'm even like taking college classes this summer.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. No, but actually, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you guys watch to the end, devil emoji. Comment the
purple devil emoji.
Connor wants to comment the purple devil emoji, and yeah, so comment that down below. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to put in, but I probably had to cut out. I had to mute names. I don't want to just expose people, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Try to keep this one a little shorter, even though we had a lot of stuff to talk about. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Make sure I already said that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next Wednesday 7 p.m. That's the day every week, weekly. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.
See you guys.